played sports most of my life. Honestly, I couldn't even imagine. I couldn't imagine having to go up against a man that was dressed like a woman or choosing to be a woman.
Well, I just think men are physically more able to do more than women, so
Male players don't belong in the WNBA.
I coached female basketball. When you put a male against a female, I don't care how bad or how good he is, he shall always outbeat him.
I'm a mother of a girl athlete, and I don't want her to lose her rights and her safe sports because boys or men are allowed to compete in her sport.
Switch it off too.
Sorry?
Let's switch it off too.
I've been instructed by my boss to keep it on. I'm getting a ticket anyway, right?
Don't you believe in free speech, officer? David Menzies for Rebel News here in downtown Toronto, and I'm outside the Scotiabank Arena, where in about an hour, the Toronto Tempo is going to be taking on the Indiana Fever. But it makes you wonder, when it comes to this particular professional sports league, is the W in WNBA, does that stand for women's, or does it stand for woke? Because the crux of the matter is, this league, the commissioner, the Players Association, the general managers, coaches, the owners are having a hell of a time these days figuring out what the definition of a woman is. I swear to God, it's unbelievable. Here's the problem. The WNBA formed in 1996, and it was for a great cause, to give elite female basketball players a professional league in which to play. And of course, the charter states it is for women. But in 1996, the crazy transgender conversations that we have today, that wasn't even on the radar. So right now, the league is struggling with the idea, is a woman someone who is a biological female at birth, or is it a man who simply thinks he's a woman? I'm not kidding you, folks. They can't figure this out. And it's so bad that a couple of ex-NBA players, males, I think one is 6'11", they've declared themselves eligible for this year's WNBA draft. This is beyond a mockery. Now, we were expecting the LGBTTTIQQAAPP community, at least the radicals in it, and Antifa to show up to take a stand for transanity. I've only seen one person in a pride shirt, and it ran away when I tried to scrum them. And we're also, folks, I should tell you, if you are here an hour ago, in this very spot, we brought our big, beautiful billboard truck. It was to send a message to stand up for female sports. You'd think that's common sense as opposed to controversial. I'm not kidding you. Not one, not two, not three, but 7 police officers descended immediately on the truck. Here, check out this footage.
Is this okay?
Right onto the sidewalk, please, sir.
No one's
right
driving
onto the
here,
sidewalk,
sir.
please. Thank you.
Yeah, I just don't know how I've been doing this for 2 years and nobody's ever pulled me over or anything.
Well, so this is why we're acting under this authority, right? This could be a great explanation.
What's the bylaw called?
So the bylaw, it's under here. So it's display sign with animation, video display, illuminating, flashing lights, sound movement, or stimulated motion. The bylaw is under the municipal code 693-1.4, subsection 12. So that's the authority that we're acting under. It'll all be on the ticket. We see these trucks all the time. I see them advertising lottery tickets, beer, what have you.
He's saying there's a bylaw in the books and he's enforcing it against me and he's giving me a ticket.
How much is the ticket for?
I don't know. He hasn't said yet.
Here's what I think. It has nothing to do with the medium, and it has everything to do with the message. All these cops have taken transgender training. To them, this is hate speech. Is that what we're really talking about, officer?
Absolutely not.
You haven't taken your transgender training?
I didn't say that.
Okay, have you?
Yes.
Okay, so would this qualify as hate speech then?
That's not up for me to decide. It's not in relation to hate speech. It's in relation just to a message, not the message being relayed.
So, officer, why are you picking on our truck? I see these all over the city.
Nobody's picking on anybody.
That was despicable, and I really believe that the messaging on the truck is offensive to the brass at the woke Toronto Police Service. Do you know, folks, and this was a scoop we had, and the police asked YouTube to take it down, and YouTube said, no, there's nothing wrong. We were tipped off that all the cops have to take transgender training. I'm not making this up. And they even have a transgender police cruiser to give transgenders free rides. But back to the transgender training module. Here's a clip from that training module. It's beyond parody.
Welcome to the Diversity and Trans Inclusion module, an essential part of the Toronto Police Service's GDTI Inclusion Initiative. The training you are about to undergo reflects our commitment to strengthening our relationship with the trans and gender diverse communities in Toronto, and to making TPS a safe and inclusive workplace for our trans and non-binary employees.
Anyways, the ladies, the brave ladies from COSBAR, they're here. We're going to interview them. And we're also going to talk to the fans queuing up outside the arena. Let's see what they have to say about the potential for men to play in the Women's National Basketball Association. What do you think about men potentially playing in the WNBA?
I mean, I personally don't like it because I'm a woman who played basketball throughout my life.
Asinine. Don't love it. No.
Okay. And yourself?
No.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Shouldn't.
Shouldn't?
It's a women's league.
Absolutely not.
Okay, then.
Sophie Cunningham.
I just think men are physically more able to do more than women, so...
Their muscular structure, everything, regardless of what they choose to be later on in life, it doesn't matter.
Male players don't belong in the WNBA, like NBA.
Men compete against men, women compete against women.
You need to save this space for women and protect females in that space.
I played sports most of my life. Honestly, I couldn't even imagine. I couldn't imagine having to go up against a man that was dressed like a woman or choosing to be a woman. It's just unbelievable.
Hey, Samira, what do you think about men playing in the WNBA?
Wow. Don't talk to me.
Does that violate the Hamas charter?
I'm just here to see a basketball.
Hey, watch your hands. How is it that when you have Cunningham, she's labeled a hater by certain fringes?
I mean, that's other people's opinions, and that's how they want to take it. Then that's how they want to take it, but everyone's entitled to how they feel.
They are very vocal, they're very vindictive, and they have, up until now, controlled the dialogue by doxing people, by taking people's jobs, by ruining people's relationships.
Sophie's had the courage to kind of stand up and give her views.
I'm for Sophie Cunningham's comments with leaving women in women's sports and men in men's sports, but yes.
Okay. And ma'am, yourself?
Yeah, I agree.
Everybody seems to think today that they can be included into everything.
It's pandering to men. And sadly, we know that society's always pandered to men.
I coached female basketball.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm sorry to say, but when you put a male against a female, I don't care how bad or how good he is, he shall always outbeat him.
I'm a mother of a girl athlete, and I don't want her to lose her rights and her safe sports because boys or men are allowed to compete in her sports.
I want my sisters and women safe and protected, and there's only two kinds of biological sexes.
There already is the NBA, and anybody can try out for the NBA. But the Women's National Basketball League should be for women because if it's not, then mediocre men will start coming in and they will be pushing out elite female athletes.
You know, 2 ex-NBA players have said they're eligible for this year's draft in the WNBA. And
I love it.
I saw that and I'm like, go boys, go. You know what? Let's just keep humoring this.
They're not treating it seriously.
now, folks, we tipped off the big boss man, Ezra Levant, about the truck getting multiple tickets and told to leave. Well, guess what? Ezra's not one to bend the knee.
Where the hell do you get off shutting down a peaceful political message? That is not your job. We've got a crime wave in Toronto. and you're trying to, and you're giving him tickets for that sign? You know what?
I gotta move the truck away from the.
Okay, move the truck. Put on the fire the chief. Put on the billboard that says fire the chief, and let that one go.
So the truck is coming back. We're changing the messages, rather. It's not going to be about in support of women's sports, which might be offensive to transgenders. It's going to be about firing the chief. Yes, Myron Demke, the scandal-plagued chief, maybe the guy who was behind our truck getting shut down that way. Well, he's going to come by, and I can see 4 of the 7 police officers that descended on our truck. They're here. It'll be interesting to see their reaction. Oh, I guess you don't like this message either.
But is there a threat of arrest?
I have to check with the detectives to switch it off
No.
too.
Sorry?
Switch it off too.
I've been instructed by my boss to keep it on. I'm getting a ticket anyway, right?
Don't you believe in free speech, officer?
I've been told that
I'm not speaking to you.
I've been told. So I've been told
Just
by
asking
my
a
boss
question.
Do not turn off the videos. Keep them running.
Yep.
Take 100 tickets if you have to. We will not turn off the truck's video.
Yeah, I told them I'm not turning it off, and I don't. As far as I know, they're giving me another ticket. I don't know what they're going to do beyond that.
You know what? They can give you 100 tickets. We're keeping that damn video on. These cops are wrong. We've researched the section of the law under which you're being charged. It does not apply to billboard trucks. They are lying. This is part of either an anti-rebel vendetta, or maybe this is a transgenderism thing, because remember they pulled you over a couple of weeks ago for that?
Right.
We will not bend the knee, and we will see these police in court. And if these cops think that we are afraid of them or their fines, they're going to have a little bit of an attitude readjustment. And you stay there as long as you can. I know you've got other obligations later tonight, but you keep that sign going. And we're going to give the Toronto Police an education and freedom.
Well, there you have it, folks. As you saw, Mark once again got ticketed. He was also told 2 different things by 2 different cops. One was a cop was going to call a detective and find out if he'd be under arrest if he continued to display the sign. The other cop said, you got to leave now or you will be under arrest. So there you go. The cops, by the way, are still to the west of me. They're hanging around, literally doing nothing, except, of course, waiting for the truck to come back potentially. And that's the purpose of this little segue. The truck is coming back, but guess who's going to be driving it? None other than the big boss man himself, Ezra Levant.
This is the second time that our truck has been harassed by police for having a message criticizing the male invasion of women's sports.
Yes.
And I think it's very ironic that we're at a WNBA game and that league would be destroyed if men could play in it. I've actually come back down for 2 reasons. To stand with Mark and you guys for Rebel News. Thank you for coming down here. And second of all, I want to engage with the police and let them know that they may be able to get away with threatening ordinary people who are not experienced with dealing with cops. Cops can be very intimidating, especially when they swarm the truck, which is a psychological move. There was no need to swarm the truck. It's just our friend Mark. I know it's sort of a fool's errand to try and correct them. And if they don't get their act together, I hate to say it, but we're going to sue them for violating our charter rights. I'm feeling in good spirits. There's a lot of citizen journalists here, not just Rebel News. I see our friend Karima here, everybody. And I saw some other familiar faces. I have great confidence because I know enough about the law and I know enough about policing that I know that this truck is compliant.
Okay.
And any attempts to fine it, arrest it, detain it, seize it, impound it, are without basis in law. No policeman should care what's on the side of this truck. They should only care is the truck driving properly. And one of the things that Mark said earlier to me was they accused him of not having his paperwork in order. I panicked. I thought, oh my God, is our insurance still up to date? And we checked and it is. So that was just some BS excuse.
One opportunity to leave now.
The cop who gave a ticket to the truck. No? You know who gave a ticket to the truck? I do. And who is that? Gallagher, is he here? I consulted a lawyer. I'm Ezra Levand. I own the truck. And the lawyer says that ticket is from the wrong law in the wrong section, and it doesn't apply to...
That's why we had trial court, sir. Option 3, if you want to dispute the ticket, you can take it to court and dispute it there. So we're not going to conduct court on the roadway. We need you off onto the sidewalk.
Who would have suggested this goofy idea of that? Because it's never before been applied to a billboard truck like that.
The law's clearly there, sir, as you can see from the section. As you can see, sir, I'm kind of busy, so please step on the sidewalk for your own safety. Okay. Thank you very much. I'm not going to tell you again.
Who's the cop who I should talk to?
Is that one coming in?
Well, folks, this night really went off the rails, didn't it? We were here to send a message to protect female sports, and instead it became a freedom of speech issue. Police officers apparently didn't like our messaging and gave us hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of tickets. Can you help us out, folks? Can you help us fight these tickets and protect freedom of speech, which is constantly under attack in Canada these days? Please go to savethetruck.com. That's savethetruck.com. Help us fight these outrageous fines.